I know it's hard to believe, but Kingdom Hearts 1 was released over 20 years ago, back in 2002, which marked the beginning of one of the most unique and dearly beloved video game franchises of all time. On the surface, it was an unlikely crossover between Final Fantasy and Disney, but for fans who looked closer, there was so much more waiting to be discovered. From sneaky Disney callbacks, to clever Final Fantasy nods, to tiny foreshadowing details, Kingdom Hearts is filled with secrets you may have completely missed, even if you've played it a dozen times. And today we're going to uncover them together. This is part 1 of a brand new series where we'll explore in depth the Easter eggs and hidden details across Kingdom Hearts 1. Each video in this series will cover a different topic ranging from specific worlds to gameplay to characters. But to start it off, we're going to begin with the general stuff. I flirted with the idea of making this one giant video, but decided in the end to separate each section into its own video so that you guys won't have to wait as long for new content. But don't worry, I will compile them all together once the series is finished, so if you'd like to add any info, theories or corrections of your own, please do so in the comment section, and I'll be sure to add it into my full-length video, and I may even give you a shout out as well. Now just before we begin, I want to give a huge thank you to my amazing supporters over on Patreon. Brian, Faki, Brooke, ShadyRiku, Nira, Francesco, Samuel, Dragon Keyblade and Kaz, as well as my fantastic YouTube channel members, Mystic Wolf 54, Anna Grant, Comic Brooke, Caroline, Paul, Zapper Zero and The Professional Yapper. YouTube channel members will also get access to exclusive emojis which can be added to your comments on my channel, and everyone on screen will have access to the next episode in the series before everyone else. So if you guys want exclusive content, early video access, or want your name read on screen like these beautiful people, then consider supporting the channel as well. Alright, sit back, relax, and let's get into the first episode of Kingdom Hearts Easter Eggs and Hidden Details. First and foremost, let's talk about the name of the game itself. Have you ever wondered why it was called Kingdom Hearts? Well, in an interview with the game's director Tetsuya Nomura, it's revealed that from the beginning he wanted to incorporate the word kingdom in the title in order to pay homage to Disney, as they use the word kingdom in many of their theme parks such as Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom. You'll also see throughout this video just how often the Disney theme parks get referenced in Kingdom Hearts, so keep your eyes peeled. He also wanted a slightly deeper meaning to the name as well, and so the word kingdom also fit in regards to a brand new team coming together to create a project from the ground up, similar to them creating their own land or kingdom. Nomura also wanted to include the word heart in the title since the story is so heavily focused on the theme of the heart. However, the name Kingdom Heart didn't flow well, and so the team settled on Kingdom Hearts. Disney requested a key visual that could be used to represent Kingdom Hearts, and the team had many huge meetings to decide on a single drawing that would then be put on the front cover of the physical game and used in promotional material. One proposed piece was this artwork, created by Tetsuya Nomura, called Connections, where Sora looks a bit more grown up, representing his growth throughout the story. An official Kingdom Hearts soundtrack was set to release at the same time as the game, and Tetsuya Nomura agreed to create a unique piece of cover art to use as the album cover for the Japanese record company that was publishing the CDs, Toshiba Emi, which nowadays goes by the name Emi Music Japan. In the end, he created a piece known as Throne, which depicts Sora sitting on a throne next to Donald and Goofy. This was actually Tetsuya Nomura's personal favourite choice of art to use as the game's key visual, but just like Connections, these drawings were created during the final stages of development under extreme stress, and in the end, they opted for the more refined and polished piece known as Premonition. Clearly the best choice in my opinion, Premonition was used as the game's official artwork, going on the front cover of Kingdom Hearts 1, as well as the game's instruction manual, official guidebook, was used to advertise the game on magazines and posters, and has since become one of the most iconic and recognisable pieces of video game art ever created. However, the throne design would get reworked into the design we see on the cover of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix, and is likely what inspired the sitting poses seen on the cover of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. While the Connections cover art, also known as Bonds, would be used as the cover art for the Kingdom Hearts Ultimania, a Japanese exclusive guidebook for Kingdom Hearts, which I read in preparation for this video. There are a few cool little Easter eggs hidden within this cover art as well. Known as Premonition, Nomura obviously wanted to include hints about the story within his artwork, and so he included a statue of a gargoyle Heartless in the bottom right. And if you're saying, Shady, this is so obvious, is it? Maybe for you guys in America, you get a nice clean PS2 cover art, while us over in Europe were confronted by logo hell, with the Sony logo completely blocking out this gargoyle statue. Although to be fair, you can't see it clearly on the game's manual inside. However, something I never noticed until doing research for this video was the wyvern head statue poking out from the corner of Goofy's shield. Please tell me I'm not the only one who missed this. There also seems to be an eagle type Heartless design on the statue below Kairi. This looks like a skinny wyvern with an extended mouth. It best resembles those wyvern type bosses found in Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. Maybe it was a scrapped Heartless, or maybe it was an early design of the air soldier. It could also be completely random, but I'm not convinced considering we have 2 other Heartless references right beside it, but who knows. If anyone has any theories, please let me know in the comments. The whole thing is set in what most resembles Traverse Town. The heart in the background represents Kingdom Hearts itself, and the thing that Sora's standing on resembles a wing. What it represents, I'm not sure. If anyone has any theories as to its symbolism, please let me know. But that's every little hidden detail I could find that relates to this original cover art, so let's move on. On the final mix cover art, known officially as Respite, there is graffiti on the wall behind Sora. There is Kingdom Hearts written in Nomura's handwriting, as well as the words Deep Dive above it, which was added to the name of the secret ending movie, which was called Another Side, Another Story, and in Final Mix it got expanded upon, and this remixed version was called Another Side, Another Story Deep Dive, which is what's referenced here. To the right of Kairi is graffiti of a wing alongside Dive into the Sky. I'm not sure what this is referencing. The dive to the heart is the term used to describe the dreamlike sequence at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts, so I'm not sure what dive to the sky is. If anyone knows, leave a comment. Afraid that people would assume the game was childish because it included Disney characters, Tetsuya Nomura set out to create artwork that would convey a more mature tone, and so you'll notice that throughout all 3 pieces of art, the characters appear with serious expressions, something Nomura found particularly challenging with Donald and Goofy. Kingdom Hearts director Tetsuya Nomura decided to include a myriad of references to the number 13 throughout the Kingdom Hearts series, but it started as far back as Kingdom Hearts 1. Now the number 13 is commonly thought to be an unlucky number, and so this number in Kingdom Hearts was chosen to be the representation of evil and darkness. For example, Organization 13, but they came later in the series after Kingdom Hearts 1. So let's have a look at all the little Easter eggs hidden within the original game that reference this important number. For example, the name Kingdom Hearts is comprised of 13 letters. When beginning a new game, the camera zooms into the letter M, which is the 13th letter of the alphabet. As Dive to the Heart is just a tutorial area, altogether there are 13 playable worlds in the game. Destiny Islands, Traverse Town, Wonderland, the Olympus Coliseum, Deep Jungle, 100 Acre Woods, Agrabah, Monstro, Atlantica, Halloween Town, Neverland, Hollow Bastion, and the End of the World, which is the 13th and final world, and also the source of all evil. In fact, the 2 worlds that have the strongest Heartless, Hollow Bastion and the End of the World, also have 13 letters in their name. And if you wanted to count only the worlds that Heartless appear in, then you could swap out the 100 Acre Woods and count the Dive to the Heart, which would mean 13 worlds have Heartless in them, which fits the theme of darkness and evil. There are 13 of Ansem's reports found throughout the game. The first ever version of Kingdom Hearts was released in Japan on the 20th of March 2002, so the 20th of the 3rd, 2 plus 8 plus 3 equals 13. Sora, Riku and Kairi together have 13 letters in their name. The ability Ars Arcanum can hit an enemy up to 13 times, and the 13th and final swing is always a critical hit. In the Queen's Castle, the card soldiers that have a spade suit add up to a value of 13. There's a 10 of spades, a 2 of spades and an ace of spades. 10 plus 2 plus 1 equals 13. There are also 2 card soldiers which have the suit of hearts, a 2 of hearts and an ace of hearts soldier, both of which stand in front of the Queen of Hearts. The Queen of Hearts in almost all card games has a value of 10, so if we add up the value of the hearts, we get 10 plus 1 plus 2, which is 13 as well. Although the Queen of Hearts and her card soldiers aren't considered villains in Kingdom Hearts, we still have to fight them as enemies during our visit to Wonderland, and so the fact that together the 2 suits represent the number 13 still fits with the theme of the number. There's also a sneaky little number 13 hidden within the book in Dr. Finkelstein's laboratory in Halloween Town, which makes sense since he's studying the Heartless, but I'll admit this may just be a coincidence. And finally, when we go to Seal Neverland's keyhole at the clock tower, the keyhole actually appears on the 13th minute of the clock face. Again, very fitting since the Heartless are able to get into a world via the keyhole. This is definitely one of the coolest uses of the number 13 in my opinion, and one I never noticed before. If I missed any references to the number 13 in Kingdom Hearts, please let me know in the comments. Likewise, the number 7 is very prevalent throughout Kingdom Hearts 1 and acts diametrically opposite to the number 13. 7 is considered a lucky number, and so it was chosen by Tetsuya Nomura to represent light and purity. For example, the 7 Guardians of Light, but that comes later in the series, so here are some examples of the number 7 recurring throughout Kingdom Hearts 1. Most obviously, there are 7 Princesses of Heart in the game: Snow White, Cinderella, Alice, Jasmine, Aurora, Belle and Kairi. We learn a total of 7 spells to help us on our journey: Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Cure, Arrow, Gravity and Stop. There are 7 characters in the 100 Acre Woods, which Sora befriends: Pooh, Piglet, Owl, Eeyore, Rabbit, Tigger and Roo. We were originally going to learn 7 summons: Simba, Genie, Dumbo, Bambi, Mushu and Tinkerbell, while the 7th summon, Bahamut, was removed from the game. For more info on this, check out my Kingdom Hearts deleted content video. The ability Sonic Blade allows us to hit an enemy up to 7 times. The ability Ars Arcanum starts with an initial 7-hit combo, and the 7th and final hit of this initial flurry is always a critical hit. It can then be manually extended to 13 like we talked about before. There are 6 temporary party members that help you throughout the game: Tarzan, Aladdin, Ariel, Jack Skellington, Peter Pan and Beast. And if you include Riku and Monstro, that makes 7. However, it's starting to become a bit of a stretch now, and unfortunately, there just aren't as many references to the number 7 as there are to the number 13. But if you know of any I've missed, please let me know in the comments. And that's it guys, part 1 of my new Kingdom Hearts Easter Eggs and Hidden Details series. And trust me, we've only scratched the surface. Part 2 is live right now over on Patreon and here on YouTube for channel members. So if you just can't wait and want to watch the next episode right now, go ahead and support the channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching everybody, and see you all on the next one. Take care.